Hi, this is Lisa from the Tilted Thread, and I wanted to review with you how to use the EQ8 Dear Jane Addon software. Whenever you install it and have installed the Dear Jane add-on, you open up the EQ8 software and are presented with this screen. You would choose File, Open Project, and you'll find that your Dear Janes are listed here, and there are actually a total of 5 of them. What you'll want to do to initially choose the Dear Jane 1 Quilt Master Quilt, and you would open this up and you'll see that you have many options here of things to look at of what's involved in the project sketchbook. We're just leaving this stock on quilt. We're going to choose Edit. And then the very first thing we want to do is we want to save as, and you want to create your own. So you'll see here that I have created a Dear Jane Lisa Master Quilt. And that way I just have a backup so that if I make any mistakes or accidentally delete something, I can always go back to the original. So I would want to save this. I've already done this, so I'm going to skip this. And here we have the quilt. So one of the common questions that I'm asked is, how do I print my blocks? So we are actually on the quilt work table, which is where we want to be so that we can see what blocks we're interested in. We are going to click the Print and Export tab. And now we are going to actually choose our block. So let's say that we want this one. You see that when I've clicked it, it now has a surrounding area of green. With this selected, we have a couple options. We can print out the block, the rotary cutting instructions, the foundation paper piecing pattern, or the templates. So let's take a look at each of these. For right now, I'm going to select block, and you'll see that this gives me the block. Now, because I have used this before, some of your options may be different. It might default to outline drawing or quilting stencil. Choose showing fabrics. And when I do that, I always take a look at the preview first before I print, just to make sure that I'm getting what I think I'm getting. And that would be this. So I'm going to exit out of here. With this still selected, I'm now going to choose rotary cutting. And again, I'm going to look at preview. And you'll see that this is very nice. It's got an example of the quilt block. It's got the legend. And then it has the rotary cutting instructions for what exactly you'll need. Let's take a look at the foundation paper piecing pattern. Again, I'm going to choose preview. Some of the Dear Jane software I've found sometimes overlaps some of the paper piecing patterns. If you see that on your page, although this one does not, you can select them and you'll see how this is turned red. And with it red, I'm able to move it. So if you were looking to save some paper, or possibly if it ended up being a 2-page pattern, but you could fit the piece that was missing on the first page if you just shifted some things around, you have that ability to do that. And now let's take a look at the English paper piecing pattern. And the same thing with this as well. You do have the option to select it, make it red, and then you would be able to move this around. So now the next thing that I wanted to show you is how to access the recommendation for the block quilting. So we are going to go back to File, Open Project. We are looking for our quilting center blocks. We are going to go ahead and choose OK. It defaults to the first one of 169, and that's fine. We're going to just choose Edit. And what we're going to do from this point is we're going to File, Save As, And again, we are going to make a duplicate so that we always have the original Dear Jane untouched. And this will be the one that we will be able to change or alter if we so desire. Now from there, because we have the block open, I want to show you that you have your block pattern with your quilting diagrams. And it's really simple to print. We are going to click the same print and export tab. And in this particular instance, we are now going to go and print quilt. We want to make sure that we've got showing fabrics. And then again, just always do a little preview just to make sure it's exactly what it is you're thinking that it's going to be. And let's close out of that. And let's say that we want to do something different. We don't want to do this one. We would simply go back up here to View Project Sketchbook. And you see that the whole 169 of the center blocks are here. So we would choose any other one that we want. Let's say we want this one. And we can see here in our notes that this is G7. So we're going to choose Edit. Again, click Print, Quilt, Preview just to make sure that it has everything we need. And then ready to go. So it's super simple to use. I am going to be doing a video soon on how we can track our progress with the Dear Jane.